What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update, fourth stimulus check update, and daily news report. We got a lot to go over today. There's actually been a lot of breaking news over the last several days. It's been a crazy couple of days, hasn't it? We're going to go over the $1,400 third stimulus checks, who hasn't got them, latest details on that, the new upcoming fourth stimulus check that has now been introduced by the Democrats, and we're going to go over the vaccines and vaccinations, there's some crazy news about that. In fact, let's jump right in. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates on everything stimulus related in the near future, as well as the fourth round of stimulus coming out in the near future. Don't forget to hit the like button, and here we go. The US has broken the record for the most COVID-19 vaccinations administered in a single day. The United States set a world record for the highest number of COVID-19 vaccinations administered in a single day on Friday, according to the White House. In a tweet, the White House COVID director, Cyrus Sharper, announced that the U.S. had administered almost 3.4 million doses on Friday, passing the country's previous daily high of 2.9 million on March 12th. This comes as a surprising number of people are choosing the Johnson & Johnson one-shot vaccine. Even though it's less effective, people are choosing it more and more because they only have to get one shot.
We've also been working closely with J&J, and we said right at the beginning that they started with an inventory of about 4 million doses, which we distributed immediately, that their first couple of weeks of March was likely to not have a lot of additional supply, which ended up being the case. As you know, early in the manufacturing process, they are ramping up. We are expecting a significant number of doses, and we talked to the governors and our federal partners to expect a significant number of doses next week. They've told us they'll deliver at least 11 million, which would take them to 20 million doses. So we've done a lot to help J&J. We're monitoring that very closely, and we anticipate a significant increase at the end of this month, which will enable them to hit at least 20 million doses.
So the White House says there will be 11 million Johnson & Johnson vaccines coming next week, as they are currently run out, as there is not enough for the demand of the one-shot vaccines. Pfizer has begun testing on infants and young children for children as low as 6 months of age, all the way up to age 11, well, really, and all the way to 18. Pfizer has already begun testing here with children on the vaccine for children as low as 6 months of age. This comes as Rutgers College has become the first college in the United States, and possibly the nation, to require a COVID-19 vaccine for students in the fall appearing on campus in person. If you take classes remotely, you won't need a vaccine, but they are requiring up to 71,000 students that go to college at Rutgers University to have the vaccine or not be able to go to college. And I'll tell you this right now, I have my thumb on the pulse of this whole situation and stimulus, because I literally go through this stuff every single day. I personally think this is going to start spreading to more and more colleges and will become a thing. And I also think that this will be a required vaccination at some point for all school children. And I know I've seen comments, people saying that they'll never have their children take this, but this is kind of already a thing. As you can see here, as of July 18th, 2018, all 50 states and Washington, D.C. require vaccinations already for school children for diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, polio, measles, and rubella. And 49 states and Washington, D.C. also require the mumps vaccination and the chickenpox vaccination. So they are already requiring vaccinations in all 50 states for all of these, and 49 states for the chickenpox vaccination. So honestly, if they're already requiring these, and it's been going on for many, many years, for school children to have all these vaccines, I personally think that we're going to see this happen with the coronavirus vaccine. I mean, we literally seen the country shut down like never before. That has literally never happened. So I don't I personally think this is going to happen. I think that possibly by as early as this fall, if not the next school year, this fall is really going to be iffy, but I think by next school year that this is going to be vaccinations required. It'll just be one more vaccination on the list for your children to go to school. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this should be required? Do you think this will be required along with the list that we just read that is already required for children to go to school in all 50 states? And do you think they will add COVID-19 onto the list? Do you think it should be added? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Oh, and just in case if you didn't think they were doing enough testing, they're also testing on pregnant women and have found out that pregnated vaccines to women pass on the immunity to their babies. So yeah, basically the world is going full blown on vaccinations, and if you're an anti-vaxxer and you're against this, it's gonna probably be exceedingly tougher for you, and especially if you have kids. It's just the kind of the way I see things going, but you can let me know if you see differently. If you didn't see my other videos earlier in the day, the Democrats have now announced a bill for a fourth stimulus check, the next round of stimulus, which has already been started by President Biden, already forgiving $1 billion of student loan forgiveness. We now have co-sponsored by two different Democrats, Democratic Representative Rashida Tlaib and Representative Jayapal, for a $2,000 stimulus check, followed by $1,000 monthly reoccurring stimulus checks that go until 1 year after the pandemic. In fact, I have the press release here by them, and we read this here in the last video, but the highlights here are legislation to immediately provide a $2,000 payment to every person in America as critical relief during the COVID-19 crisis, followed by $1,000 reoccurring monthly stimulus payments throughout the ongoing pandemic that continue for 1 year after the end of the crisis to help our country and our families recover. And to the people who are naysayers for this, number one, this can truly happen because, well, the Democrats are likely going to pass this bill the same way they passed the third stimulus check package bill with the reconciliation process. And we know they included a $1,400 stimulus check in there, and Senator Bernie Sanders says that they're probably going to have to use the reconciliation process again, as they're not expecting to get any Republican votes for this next package, just like no Republicans voted for it in the third stimulus check package. And they included a $1,400 stimulus check in there. So if they're going to pass the next package with the same exact process, the reconciliation package, they could easily include a $2,000 stimulus check or $2,000 plus the monthly ongoing $1,000 stimulus check. So I'll be keeping you up to date on this as well. Also, President Biden says that he wants to extend, possibly in the next bill, the infrastructure bill, the $3,000 to $3,600 child income tax credits that are going to be paid out in monthly stimulus checks starting a few months from now. This is already passed in the third stimulus check package, but they passed it for 1 year. Now, this is $3,000 to $3,600 per child and was passed in the third stimulus check package. This is in addition to the $1,400 stimulus checks that hopefully you have gotten. About 75% of the direct deposits and the mail checks and paper checks have been sent out. There's millions of them in the mail right now. We'll go over the latest details on that here in a second. But President Biden and the third stimulus check package have expanded this from the previous $2,000 child income tax credit now to $3,000 for children over the age of 6 through 17, and $3,600 for children under the age of 6. The IRS is trying to set up a payment portal to pay this out in monthly increments as possible $250 to $300 per month per child if they can get it done, as the IRS says they're just completely swamped. If they can't get this IRS portal set up, then you won't be able to receive the money this summer. You'll have to wait until next tax return season. Then you'll get the full $3,000 to $3,600 per child. So if you have 3 children, you could literally be receiving $9,000 to $10,000 as an additional tax refund. So basically $10,000 right in your pocket if you have 3 children. Remember, this is per child. So this is for 1 child or for 10 children. And President Biden has already signaling that they might be expanding this past 1 year and may make this go for multiple years going forward, as early as in the next stimulus package, the infrastructure package, the Build Back Better package. So they could literally expand this to not just 1 year, but they could make it up to 5 years. As an example here, we already have dozens of Democratic senators and congressmen asking President Biden to make this permanent. As you can see here, 41 Democratic senators out of the 50 alone have already asked President Biden to make this a permanent or more permanent in the future, as they say it reduces childhood poverty by over 50%. I will keep you up to date on the development of that as well as the next round of stimulus. I'm also expecting, along with stimulus checks, another expansion of the $10,200 unemployment income tax credit that is for 2020. This was passed also in the third stimulus check package, and it's actually retroactive back to 2020. So if you have any unemployment that you earned in the year of 2020, you actually will make the first $10,200 of unemployment income that you earned will be tax free. That will make it so the average person who got that $10,200 of unemployment income will receive an additional $1,000 stimulus money or tax refund sent back to you. The IRS says that they're going to process these refunds automatically, although the IRS also says that they're extremely backed up with over 25 million tax returns that they can't even get to yet, getting more every day, trying to get out the stimulus checks for Social Security recipients, as well as set up the $3,000 to $3,600 monthly stimulus checks to children. So I'll keep you up to date on this unemployment tax break as we get more information. I'm also expecting that they will pass another $10,200 unemployment tax break for the year 2021. Remember, this is retroactive only for 2020. And I'm expecting in one of the upcoming stimulus packages, if not the next one, there will probably be more after this infrastructure package, to be honest. We're probably looking at 1 to 3, maybe I should say 2 to 3 more stimulus packages probably this year. The infrastructure package and at least one more, I would personally guess as well as at least one more stimulus check at the bare minimum would be my guess, especially with that aide saying to that President Biden's aide saying that he didn't want to send out less stimulus checks to the people than President Trump. In my eyes, that means at least one more stimulus check. This comes as about 30 million people are still waiting for their stimulus checks just from Social Security. I think it's around 40 or so million people that are waiting for stimulus checks, including Social Security and non-Social Security people. The vast majority of people that are not on Social Security have received their stimulus checks if they're direct deposit. If you're not on Social Security and you haven't gotten your $1,400 stimulus check, it's a very high chance you'll be getting it in the mail via USPS, United States Postal Service, via a check or a debit card. So please be on the lookout for those. Don't throw it away. Over 100,000 people threw away their stimulus checks from the first and second round. And some people had to claim it on their tax returns. If you haven't gotten your second stimulus check yet, the $600 one, you may have thrown it away by accident, or they never sent it to you and you didn't get it, or they sent it to you and you threw it away and you didn't think you got it. But you're going to have to claim that on your tax returns, line 30 as a tax return to get your $600. They're not sending out the $600 anymore, so don't expect it to show up. You'll have to get it on a tax return as a tax refund. And you can do this by going to Google and typing in IRS free file, and you can file a free tax return and you claim it on line 30 of the tax return. You put the amount owed. So if you're owed $600 or $600 for you and your spouse, you'd put $1,200, or however much you're owed, you put on line 30 and you'll get it as a tax refund. It's too early for that to happen for the third stimulus check. And the third stimulus check is going to be on 2021 taxes. Okay, so don't even think about that yet. If you're on Social Security and you haven't got the stimulus check yet, you're among 30 million other people on Social Security, okay? 90% of people on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, have not gotten their $1,400 yet. So don't think it's not coming. You're not alone. You're along with 30 million other people. Okay. Luckily, I'm here to calm you down and let you know that it is still coming. Social Security just got the information, the payment files of the 30 million people that had to be updated. They couldn't use the old data from December of last year for the from the second stimulus check. They need an up-to-date payment file with new people that are on there, old people that are not, people that their income changed, people that passed away, new people that are on there. So Social Security just got them that information yesterday. So the IRS says that they're going to be processing those here shortly. The question is, how shortly? I'm already getting comments from you guys that say that you're seeing a pending deposit for this upcoming Wednesday, which is March 31st, which to me makes a lot of sense because the last two waves of direct deposits were Wednesday of this week and Wednesday of last week. Okay, so Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. Of course, I'm also seeing a lot of comments from you saying that the IRS payment, get my payment tool, is showing you nothing. It's just says payment unavailable, and I really can't help you with that because the IRS is the one that has the information. If I could give you your payment status for each individual person, I would. But the only ways to really do it is to go to the IRS, get my payment tool. You can check it once in the morning. It updates overnight. You don't need to check it more than that. And to check your bank account. If you have a bank account or a Direct Express account, check that too in the morning and see if anything's pending for the 31st or whatever day it might be pending for. But I'm expecting a lot of these payments to go out on the 31st via direct deposit. Paper checks and debit cards are going out every day. I'm still getting comments from you guys saying I got my direct deposit today as well. I got my paper check in the mail as well. Every day that goes by, millions of people are still receiving their $1,400. So don't worry, it's coming, and they've already announced the fourth stimulus check and multiple different provisions and student loan forgiveness and the child income tax credit provisions. There's more mortgage and rental assistance coming out. I covered some of that in the last video. You should watch that if you haven't yet. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates regarding all the upcoming stimulus that we cover on this channel, which is all of it. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After subscribing, click the bell icon down below to all notifications to get notification reminders for the first 3 videos of the day so you don't forget and miss out on them. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. Amazon lets people sell products on there just like eBay, but most people don't know that. And I have an entire program, an entire class where I teach people how to do that and replace their 9-to-5 income. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.